बंगाल से प्रोफेसर सुनीता मित्रा सरकार जी अपना प्रेजेंटेशन देंगी। वेस्ट बंगाल से प्रोफेसर सुनीता मित्रा सरकार।
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, thank you. Respected chair, dignitaries, my respected colleagues, and of course, my dear students. Very good morning to all of us here. First of all, I would like to thank the organizers of this webinar who has been given me this opportunity to present my paper. The title of my paper is Challenges to the Protection of Human Rights in India in the Wake of the Recent Pandemic. So, as we all know that human rights are inalienable parts of our fundamental rights, and Indian Constitution too has recognized this under part 3 of fundamental rights and part 4 of directive principles of state policy. So it has been actually recognized by the act which was passed in our parliament in the year 1993, and the name of the act was Protection of Human Rights Act 1993. And the basic functions of National Human Rights Commission in India is to receive complaints, initiate investigation into violation of human rights by public servants and police, and to prevent the violation of human rights. And next on to the COVID pandemic. On May 13th, 2020, the Office of High Commissioner of UNO, United Nations Organization, issued a COVID-19 guidance in which it has clearly stated that respect to the human rights will be fundamental to the success of public health response and recovery from the pandemic. The points which has been included in COVID-19 guidance are access to healthcare, leaving no one behind, there should be no discrimination. State should provide housing to everybody, should take special cares of persons with disabilities, and of course the older persons. State should take special care of people in detention and in other institutions. Informations to citizens should be free, and people's participation in decision making. Prevention of stigmatization, xenophobia, and racism. Taking care of migrants, displaced, and refugees. Securing food and education. Protecting privacy of the people. Surveillance should be specifically and extremely public health specific. So now let us come to the challenges. What are the challenges at present we are facing because of this outbreak of this pandemic? As we know, India is a vast country of 1.3 billion people. And to contain the spread of this virus or the pandemic, the Indian government seems to have disregarded the basic human rights. What are the areas? These are right to health, access to information. Citizens, in cases, do not have proper access to information, and in other cases, they do not know what possible measures to be taken up by the authorities. Number 3, right to free movement. The right to free movement has been curtailed severely, and it has added to the penury and suffering of the migrant workers, as we all know, and it has been discussed thoroughly in this webinar. Number 4, protection of health workers. Government must provide them with proper health informations. First information and then personal protection equipments, which is PPE, and take care of their health insurances. Number 5, right to privacy. Now, as we all know that nowadays we are going through a phase when tracking of COVID patients has become inevitable. So the state is doing so, isolated patients and COVID patients, and those who are without symptoms, those who are in home isolation. And there is, for this, there is the app, the smartphone app called Arogya Setu. We all are aware about it. And in turn, it has become an instrument of mass surveillance, which is of real concern. And sometimes the identity of the patients has been disclosed, which has given rise to some local disturbances. And of course, apathy, a certain kind of apathy has developed for COVID patients. And as we see, there is also some kind of breach of to the right to the privacy. And as we belong to the education sector, we also cannot overlook the right to education. And in case of education, we say that in primary sector, primary schools, who are going to primary schools and getting midday meal, they are severely affected. They're not going to school, not getting any midday meal. So their right to education and right to food is compromised. And taking note of this situation, our national body, the National Human Rights Commission, has issued several notices to several state governments and other authorities. As we know, there was a case on 8th of May 2020 that took place in Aurangabad in Maharashtra, the mowing down of 16 migrant workers by a goods train. And there are several other cases like starvation deaths of migrant workers, and of course, the medical care and dignity of the deceased. So our NHRC, or National Human Rights Commission, has taken note of all these developments. But what we need to do? So here we can say that there are several international organizations like Human Rights Watch, like Amnesty International, and in national cases there is EPIDARE. So they're doing their part. As the citizens, we also need to be vocal. And in case of state, we can say that state has the duty to implement and take care of people's human rights. And this responsibility of the government to protect its people from the pandemic should not come at the cost of human rights violation. So that is all I have to say. We need to be more careful, and when it comes to the violation of human rights, because the violation is subtle, and the most of the people, they are not even aware of the violation. So the situation is crucial. Thanks to all.
Thanks, Professor Sunita Mitra Sarkar. Very nice presentation, and बहुत ही मुद्दों को आपने सही तरीके से पकड़ा है. मैं इसके बाद आमंत्रित करूंगा शोध विद्यार्थी नॉर्थ महाराष्ट्र यूनिवर्सिटी से हैं,